Minecraft Amplified Worlds. A normal Minecraft world, but with crazy giant biomes that make your world look small. Our goal is to survive 100 days, but we also have to do it in hardcore Minecraft. So get prepared, this was a crazy video, because if I make one mistake, I'm dead. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to check another video out, because I got so much more 100 days on my channel and even more coming out, so subscribe while you're at it. But anyway, let's get into the video. On day 1, we just admired the view, but we started to continue, got some wood, and decided to go jump off this mountain because it is so high up. We decided to make some goals though for this 100 days, and that's to kill the Enderdragon and make a cool base, because who wouldn't want a cool base? Otherwise, in thinking about the future, we decided to cook up food. Day 2 to 3, me and TheCause just started exploring, you know, why not go to a cave? Let's go get iron armor before we die on day 4, because I am not dying this early. I decided the best way to go mining is go down in a strip mine, and thankfully on the way I found diamonds, but it ended up being 1. Like, game, why would you give me 1 diamond? No. Anyway, I continue my mining journey, just going through and actually finding even more diamonds, so maybe I'm just rich now, maybe sell these on the black market, who cares? Diamonds, I'm not complaining. Look at TheCause, he's all jealous. We just decided to keep mining for a while so we can get as much diamonds as possible and get a pickaxe, I guess, but why not get as much obsidian as possible, because we need to go to the nether soon. Day 4, we just spent most of the time trying to get out of this stupid mineshaft. Like, why are mineshafts? Okay, I'm not saying that. We did eventually find our way out and just decided to go back outside and actually start building a base on day 4. So that was a relief because that cave was so annoying. We eventually found a few mountains we liked and wanted to build a base on these because amplified mountains are literally so cool. Like, look at that. Also, the sheep was just vibing and then got struck by lightning. Day 5, since we got all those diamonds, we were already able to make an enchantment table as well as some diamond tools, so that was a great start. We're basically speedrunning the game at this point. Like, I already got sharpness on my sword, but honestly we'll probably end up upgrading all these enchantments because these are really bad enchantments, but they're good for now, so I'm honestly not complaining, even though I am complaining. Shut up. At the end of that day, I just decided to go get some resources and also lose internet, but like, that's not relevant. Day 6, I just decided to start getting resources and landscaping the area because there's not really too much to do at the moment, so why not? And I need these resources so I can expand the base besides birch. Day 7, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the Minecraft base, but I decided I'm just going to start improvising and see what I do from there, because honestly I have no idea at the moment, but I just kept building and seeing how it went. But right now it's kind of looking nice, and I just continued doing that until the next day, and just decided to add like a little log thing, I guess, you know, add some detail, looking nice already. This is what I did in these days while TheCause worked on this bridge. Day 8, I just spent the day grabbing resources because I need to make this base look nice, you know, look nice. Day 9, I actually left a mountain and went to go get some logs from trees. I did a little bit of exploring just so I can see what's around, and I realized there's a swamp, which is pretty good, but I just decided to go get some more logs from there. That night, TheCause made a nether portal, which ended up being really good because I actually need to go get some glowstone and some quartz so I can get more levels. I guess I also got the achievement we need to go deeper, but how can I do that if my max is 3 inches? Once we finally got into the nether, I decided to just go grab some glowstone and actually focus on mining quartz, because quartz gives you so much levels at the start. I swear, it's the easiest way. Anyway, besides that, I just decided to go explore the nether because the biomes are really cool and I know I need some material eventually. We also kidnapped a piglin and forced him to do trades with us, which were pretty bad, so we just ended up leaving and going back to the overworld. But a ghast tried to stop us and we just continued going. That ghast got nothing on us. Honestly though, ghast will just come attack you at any time. You'll just be mining quartz or something. Day 10, I spent my time working on the base. I thought of making a little glass room, which was also going to be covered in nether blocks, because I thought that would be a really cool concept. And when I was actually done with it, I really liked it. It was pretty simple, but it did the job. Otherwise than that, I just had to keep attacking TheCause because he kept placing furnaces everywhere. I was on the verge of killing him. Like, no, we don't need a furnace in the center. Day 11 and 12, I just decided to continue and finish the end of the base. I mainly spent most of the day getting leaves just to add final touches to it because I really care about detail. But I felt like I was missing something. And I was right. That glowstone ended up being really handy. Once I finished that, I decided to make a little basement in the base. I wanted to expand it, but downwards, inside the mountain. I thought it'd be a really cool concept. I don't know why I'm describing this like I'm an architect. I'm like the worst builder in the game. Once I cleared this area, it's starting to look a little bit nicer. I just had to go replace the blocks with actually decent looking ones. So I decided to use some log for that because looked nice. After that, I just decided to work on the stairs and somehow mess it up. I also tried many concepts which I didn't like, so I just got rid of it. But overall, I was really happy with how it's going, and it's starting to all come together. And on day 13, I decided to continue doing the same thing, as well as working on the water elevator, where I nearly died. So that was fun, but I went to go get some kelp for the cause, so we can actually make a water elevator instead of using a water bucket up the mountain. And while I did that, I ended up adding new details and starting to work on the second room. We also tried moving the nether portal so we wouldn't spawn so high, but unfortunately that didn't work, but we can't do anything. Day 14 to 16, we decided to go exploring a water cave. We did this to mainly strip mine for diamonds, because I swear water caves have way better diamond spawn. Once we got in, we just decided to start strip mining and ended up having to fight a lava waterfall. Literally a lava waterfall. It goes so high. This is a whole new definition to hot pools. I'm sorry. But after that, we were just testing strip mining strategies to try to get as much diamonds as we could in a short amount of time, and we actually did. We found a large amount of diamonds, and after that we decided to go back. I also nearly died multiple times, but that's not really relevant. Once we got back to our boats, fortunately we found where we originally came from, so we could go back to our base. Also, the cause made these stairs, but like, who cares about the cause? I'm kidding. Right after that, the first thing I had to do was craft diamond armor. And like, look at me, I'm a shiny boy again. No one can beat my drip. Like, look at this. Day 17 to 20 was working on a chest room, and while I was doing that, the cause decided to make an XP farmer. I originally made these chests, but I decided, let's change that. I want to make a really nice chest room. But before that, I decided to add a little layer to the house. As I've said, I'm not good at building, but I decided to go with a layout like this, because I thought it looked really nice, and overall, it did. I was actually really surprised, and I just continued with breaking the sides, adding glass, and just adding, I guess, blocks. Isn't that what you do in building? But I decided to have a little break and decided to go check the cause's XP farm, which honestly, credit to him, man. Like, I cannot build this. XP farm was really simple. You just have to wait for some zombies to come down and you'd go kill them. Right after that, I went to go get some nether blocks, and with these blocks, I finally finished the chest room, and it is actually looking pretty good. I was actually happy with how it went. Day 21, the cause spent his time building his own house, so I decided to go do something more productive. I went to go find a village so we can actually get some food. And it was funny because I found a village right next to our base, literally 30 blocks away. That day, I also found a desert temple, which ended up being really good. It had such good loot. It had mending, it had infinity, it had so much enchantment books. It was probably the best temple I've been to. And of course I grabbed the TNT. I also found a dog, and now I have a new pet. Day 22, I just spent my time getting levels in the nether. I ended up using most of my levels for enchantments on my bow, and yes, my bow is named the Sex Bow. I just ended up putting punch and infinity on it, for now at least. And I actually gave my mini book to the cause. See guys, I actually am nice. I promise. Otherwise than that, I just ended up repairing my diamond pickaxe. Day 23, we spent our time grinding for netherite. Unfortunately, I had to go back after only getting 1 ancient debris. The cause fortunately did get 5, but my pickaxe was about to break, so I had to end up going back. But it's no problem because we'll go back another time. Day 24, I just went to the mob farm and ended up grinding XP for the whole day. Otherwise, on day 25, I ended up trying to find creepers so I can make more TNT for the netherite farming. Unfortunately, I swear I found every other mob in that. Day 26, I ended up trying to get some netherite and accidentally found ancient debris. I was shocked when I found it, but I decided to stay in the nether from day 26 to 30 because I ended up finding a nether fortress, which was so lucky. I spent so long finding a nether fortress, and right next to that nether fortress is a bastion remnant, which is so good. We're gonna raid that. I had to end up getting back to the cause so I can show them the way, and I nearly died to lava. Thankfully I got away. After ages and ages, I actually found the nether portal, so I could go and prepare to raid this bastion. I did this by enchanting my diamond gear and getting really lucky enchantments. All that I had to wait now is how are we going to raid this bastion. Once we ended up finding the bastion again, we just decided to go down through the top layer and go from there. Sadly, the bastion wasn't really the best and it didn't have the greatest loot besides at the bottom. We did find a bit of gold and we ended up having to fight so many piglins. I just hate piglins. I did end up getting 1 piece of ancient debris and a fire aspect sword, and after that we decided just to go back up and not risk anything. And like, what are these chests? Like, why would I want grass? Since we were already in the nether and right next to the fortress, we went in and just went to go get blazes. We just ended up grinding blazes for a while so we could get enough blaze dust to fight the Enderdragon and enough for the stronghold. And after that, we decided to go right back to the base. Finally safe and sound. Day 31, I just decided to go back into the nether and grind as much quartz as I can. Day 32 to day 33, we just spent most of our time mining ancient debris. We actually wanted to get a good amount this time, so we got some TNT, and spent most of the time actually finding some, and also getting lost in our TNT maze. We've made a whole TNT maze and it's terrifying, like, we couldn't find out how to leave for so long. We eventually did though, and went back so we could actually get some netherite armor. Overall we got around 16 pieces, which is good because I can get at least 2 pieces of armor. Day 34 was actually us smelting the ancient debris and just waiting, but that wait was eventually worth it because I upgraded my diamond chestplate and diamond leggings into netherite, which may not be even max netherite. But for day 34, we're making progress. Day 35, we actually got some eyes at Ender and went to go locate the stronghold. We think we were prepared, we think we were ready, but then I just nearly die here, so maybe not. Day 37 to 38, we actually located a stronghold. It was inside a mountain, so we had to mine down. Our first intentions was to get to the library room, which we found in a matter of minutes, which had good enchantments like protection free and unbreaking. But right after that, it turns out that the portal was right next to the library, which is just so lucky. Why is this not a speedrun seed? And why am I about to fight the Enderdragon when I can't even kill silverfish? But that's not relevant, as we didn't even have enough eyes at Ender. But that's fine, because we found a desert village in the acacia biome, which we'll stay at for now. Day 39 to day 44 took way too long. We're just trying to get more resources and prepare for the Enderdragon fight. But the ender pearls took so long to find. Eventually we did get them though. And from day 45 to day 48 is our battle in the end. And just like that, we've beat the Enderdragon. We also ended up keeping the end egg, and we'll probably end up using it in 200 days, so if you guys really want that, make sure to subscribe, as 200 days, we'll have so much more to do. But before we go back to the overworld, we still had things we had to do. And from day 49 to 54 was our adventure to get an Elytra. Finding an Elytra shouldn't take too long, but if the course keeps looking at Enderman, it might take a while. I'm not even kidding, this happened like 20 times and he's getting so mad. Anyway, let's kill this Enderman and find the end city. We actually did end up finding the end city in a quick amount of time, but it ended up being really bad. Like, actually really bad. We did end up getting some shulker boxes which we can use for some portable chest, but otherwise than that, we thought it was the best to split up and try find our own Elytras. This is what took so long. Since we were finding 2 different end cities, it would take so much longer. Fortunately, TheCause found one, but I couldn't find one. I was searching for days and I think I was going insane. I did end up finally finding one. I was literally so excited. I just speeded over as fast as I could to go get this Elytra. This was pretty annoying to do because I hate fighting shulker boxes. I swear I hit them and I just can't. I ended up not going for the ship first because I really wanted to see if there was any good loot that I could take before I go in there. Sadly there wasn't. In fact, there wasn't even any loot, so that was a waste of time. And I had to go all the way down. It was funny though, because I saw these endermen, and then they randomly disappeared or something, and then I had ender pearls. So I went up to the ship, and I had to even fight more shulkers. Honestly, I just hate shulkers at this point so much. Doesn't matter though, because I got into the room, and got some new diamond boots, and a diamond sword with mending, so I'm not complaining. But the thing I got the most was the Elytra. That was not English, but don't keep keeping it in. I got the Elytra, that's all I wanted. Now I can actually finally go back after like 4 days of exploring. Sadly, I still have to get all the way back to my base. Day 55 to 58 was a trip home. I ended up enchanting some of my new diamond loot and decided to leave. On the way there though, I found a desert temple. I don't know why, but all the temples are really down into the ground. Anyway, what we got from it was feather falling ivy. Nothing else was really good, but that enchantment was still great. I just skipped so you guys don't see pain, but we did eventually make it back to the base. We just decided to go and relax for a while because that was a long trip, I'll tell you that. Day 59, I just spent grinding levels so I could put feather falling onto my boots. Day 60, we wanted to do something fun, and that was burning down a birch forest. We prepared for this, and who likes birch forest? So we decided to go burn this, you know? Get rid of all of it. No one wants to see this, it's gone. Honestly, I'm doing this pure out of arson and pure hatred for birch forest and birch trees. I hate them so much. I don't care. I hate them. And it was so worth it. Like, look at this view. It's beautiful. Even the zombie enjoying it. Day 61 and 62, I decided to get some wood because I wanted to start building some new projects around our base, because our base is starting to look a little bit boring. Day 63 to day 66 was just working on my brand new project, which was going to be my new home. I just wanted to create a bridge over there so I could get to there quick, which hopefully I can probably change in the future, but for now this will do. Day 67 and 71, we crafted some fireworks for our Elytras so we could fast travel quick. We originally did this because our plan is to go to the nether fortress and get some wither skulls, so we started to make a massive nether brick platform. This will be good because it will help wither skulls spawn quicker, hopefully. But after a while of getting blocks, it was finally done, and now we just have to be AFK for a while and wait for wither skeletons to actually spawn, which I end up doing, and I don't know why. Wither skeletons are just way more scary than normal skeletons. Anyway, I ended up fighting a lot of them, and after a while I actually ended up getting nothing. Yup, nothing. Nah, I did actually end up getting a wither skull, which was good because the cause actually already found two, and wasn't too bad for me, because last time I went to go get wither skulls, oh, that was so painful. You guys will have to watch the other video for that, I guess. I did end up getting back to my nether portal, but then I realized I really need to repair my Elytra, like really bad. So on day 72, I just did that. And I also decided to add some bookshelves to our enchantment table. And otherwise than that, I just continued working on the bridge. The bridge was starting to look really nice, and I finally finished it. So now I can probably start working on the house. We'll see. Day 73 to 74, I legit just spent those days lighting up our area, because I was so sick of mobs spawning around here. I couldn't really do anything about the Enderman, but I decided to also add a wall, so no mobs could also come in. This did end up working really well, but I just couldn't do anything about the Enderman, so oh well. Day 75 to day 77 is when most of the building comes in. I decided to add a stone frame with wood edges just because I thought it'd look really nice where I'm doing it. Eventually after that, I decided to go mine the inside, and that was good because now I can start working in the inside rooms. I will need to make a chest room though, just for my house. I really wanted to make a nether room as well in my house, so I went to the nether and got some blocks that I can use for decorations and building. Day 78 and 82, I decided to have a little break, and you know how I have a little break? By fighting the wither, and also finding really a lot of diamonds, like so many, it was actually terrifying. Anyway, I decided to get some ores and prepare for the wither fight, and that's like right now. I decided to let the cause take the leading, not because, you know, I'm bad, of course, that's definitely not the reason. It's because okay, I'm a little bit bad, but that's fine because we ended up killing the wither, and that's exactly what we wanted. After that, we wanted to use the beacon, but use it underground for now, so we could get haste for mining ores. So that's what we did with the bastion gold. We then decided to end up strip mining for a while and get as much ores as we could. I only did it for a while, I then just ended up going back because I really wanted to continue working on my house, and the cause had it under control, and I had the skeleton under control, you see, absolutely destroyed. Anyway, I just continued to go get some obsidian to take back. Day 83 to 89 is me continuing to work on my house while the cause decided to strip mine. I tried messing around with the nether room. I didn't really know what I was going to go with first. I tried just using tons of nether blocks and seeing how it went, but obviously I wanted to see where my nether portal went. And sadly, it kind of went where my other one went, like literally 10 blocks away. But that's fine because I was just happy with the nether room and it was quicker to access. Well, that's how it's changed. I then decided to start working on other rooms in my house. I decided to do a sunroom and possibly a waterfall room. Eventually, I was on the verge of finally finishing it. Day 19 and 93, the cause wanted to move the beacon, so I put it near the bridge, and somehow I found diamonds. Like, I'm just the best at finding diamonds, okay? Anyway, this is where we're gonna move the beacon to, around this cave, because this is a good terrain, and this would be a good place to mine for diamonds. Once I told the cause where we're going to move the beacon to, I helped them flatten it out so we can actually put it somewhere. Then I also became his Uber and dropped him chest. After that, I had some free time and I decided to finish my house. Eventually, I was proud of it, and here's how it looks. With shaders, it honestly looks so nice. I didn't realize how much progress we've made. Like, I looked outside my window and saw how much. I started to work on the beacon island. It was just a floating island with dirt and grass, but it was looking nice. we'll probably have to finish it in 200 days. While TheCause was working on the island, on day 94, I went to go find the ocean monument, because this is what we want to go raid on day 100. We wanted to do something fun that you guys would like. This took a while though, but eventually after my chunks went rendering, I actually found the ocean monument. We have to get prepared for this, because the guardians will make it impossible to get into it. Thankfully we can just craft some doors and get some cow's milk, and it should do the job for now. Day 95 to 97, I got more TNT and I wanted to go get max netherite. So that's what we did from those days, and we ended up getting enough netherite for both of us to get max armor, and even I got a netherite pickaxe as well. Now look at me, we went from shiny boys to covered in debris. Finally though. Day 98 was just me preparing for the ocean monument. This was just me going to grab some doors, and I went down and went to go get some cow milk. Day 99 was the day before the ocean monument battle, and the second last day of this series. So why don't I try get a trident? You know, I've always really wanted to get a trident, but sadly I couldn't get one. And I just had to face baby drowns the whole time, and I just hate baby anything. That didn't matter though, because on day 100 was our time to finally raid the ocean monument. We had to go in strategically, because this is actually hard to raid. When we went in, we just had to use doors to get oxygen again, but we thankfully did have restoration. I also did save him a few times from these stupid guardians, so you could actually get some gold blocks. Once we got all the gold though, we decided to go out and find the guardian. We eventually did though, because he was in the top and we just started striking him. It only took a few shots to kill him thankfully, and after that we knew we had to get out. And we just realized that we've survived 100 days and bit amplified Minecraft hardcore. So that's how me and TheCause survived 100 days in Minecraft Amplified. Honestly, imagine us doing 200 days. If you want to see that, make sure to subscribe and check another video out.